The jet has not been sold.
The issue of the jet is very simple. It is a cabinet issue. It is a ministerial issue. It is an issue that falls under ZAF. The Zambia Air Force are the ones that must decide, because that jet was not purchased by former President 𝗪𝗪𝗡 Lungu. It was purchased by the Zambia Air Force. So they are supposed to decide what they should do with the jet, and they are going to make recommendations to the Minister of Defense. And the Minister of Defense is the one that is going to bring the matter before Cabinet. And Cabinet shall then decide what should be done with the jet. Not the President of the Republic of Zambia. The President of the Republic of Zambia will decide to sell the jet based on the recommendations from Cabinet, based on the recommendations from the Zambia Air Force. That is the way it is.
Instead of abolishing the position of district commissioner, he has appointed district commissioners.
The 𝗪𝗡 government never promised that they will abolish the district commissioner, the commissioner's position. We never promised that. We only mentioned about it. We only mentioned about how we can make that office effective. President 𝗪𝗏𝗪𝗚 𝗪𝗏𝗪𝗏 is not on a record having promised that the positions of the district commissioners will be scrapped off. No. The UNIP government never did it. The MMD government never did it. Yourselves, when you were in the PF, you never did it. Why should we do it?
The fertilizer price has not dropped.
The money that we're using now, it is as a result of the budget of the Patriotic Front government. But the budget of the UPND starts in January 2022. That's when we'll see these changes. That is when the 173 billion will start working. That is when the money that has been allocated to the Ministry of Agriculture will be pumped in the agricultural sector.
No country in this world has ever progressed in terms of development by borrowing. No country in the world. I'd want to have one economist who can convince me that country X is today developed because it borrowed money.
There is no country in this world that has developed on its own as an island, as a lone country, without borrowing from the neighbors. Even the United States of America borrowed from China. China itself also borrowed from Russia when they were built in China. The technology that the Chinese are using, they borrowed it from the British. They borrowed it from the Russians. Which country in the world, 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪 But tell me which country in the world has ever developed without borrowing. We borrow differently. We borrow sometimes money, we borrow skills, we borrow experts. So what are you talking about?
What 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪 said to his people, the late president of Mozambique, he said, if you hear the West praising me, just know that I've betrayed you. If you hear the West praising me, just know, you my people, that I've betrayed you.
The moment you hear the West celebrating me, then I've failed you, the people. To start with, you as a person who is speaking, what language are you using? You are using English to communicate to us. Okay? How did you acquire a foreign language to be using it as a means of communication? Okay, you could have been using Nyanja to communicate with us. You are using English, which simply means that you are a product of the Britons. You are the product of other countries. Why are you not using Tonga? You are using a foreign language. So you have failed us. Okay, you have failed us because you are using the language of the people that you are despising. You are using the language of the people that you are saying that if he aligns himself with the same people, then he is a failure. 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪 was not using English. It has many times when he's communicating with people. 𝗵𝘂𝗺𝗵𝗵𝗺 and all these revolutionaries were using their native languages sometimes to communicate with the people, which meant they were distancing themselves from neo-colonialism. But you are a product of colonialism because you are failing to use your native language to communicate to us. You are using the same foreign language of the people that you are despising. So Zambia is not an island. We are going to succeed by engaging other countries.